Big boy. Daddy. Hey folks, thanks for checking out the channel. I want to share with y'all today how to rig our swim bait on a variety of different hooks. So we get asked a ton of questions. We get a lot of phone calls, emails, messages on our social media. How do we rig your baits? How do we rig your swim baits? The little ones, big ones, so on and so forth. So today we're going to do that. We're going to start off being the first one being with the Hellfire Finesse head. This is probably our #1 selling head. It works great with Kitex, any type of little small swim bait you have. Little Baby Reaction Innovation Skinny Dipper, our new Scottsboro swim baits, which is what I'm going to rig up today. These are our new ones with Yum, so be on the lookout for these. They are in stores now, you can get them. So they come with 6 in a pack, as you can see. I've already used a few, smoked some fish on it. So right there, this is the 3-inch one. So this is Sight Minnow. This is Sight Minnow color. So if you're interested in this color, this is Sight Minnow. And I'm going to rig it up on the Hellfire Finesse head. So you'll notice mostly all of our hooks come with a twist lock on them. We have a few that have the push. We make the Recon head with the push on head, but a lot of our heads now are coming with the twist lock. It just lasts longer, keeps your bait on there a lot easier. So first thing you're gonna do, what I'll do is I'll run the bait, I'll hold it right beside the hook just to see exactly how I want it rigged up straight. I want it straight. That's the key to swim baits. You want them straight. So I'm just gonna thread the bait all the way up. Now with the screw lock, you want to go a little bit further because this bait's going to actually going to screw up on there real good. So you want it snug. So when you rig it up and it hits that screw lock, it's going to be crooked. It's going to look like that. So now what you're going to do when you get to the screw lock is you're just going to start twisting it on there. So all I'm going to do is twist it, and you'll start noticing the bait kicking around. So as you can see, it's starting to get on there good. And this hook works, like I said, it's killer with Kitex and small swim baits. It's a killer hook for small swim baits. So all you're gonna do, rig it up straight, screw it on there, make sure it's as straight as possible. There you go. So all I did was thread it on there, screw it on there, make sure it's straight as can be. That's what you want. You want a straight swim bait on the hook. You don't want it crooked, you want it straight on there. You want it to look good. It's gonna swim better when they're straight. And there you go. So that's our Hellfire Finesse head. Like I said, works killer with small swim baits. It being the Scottsboro one here, you know, our hand pours, little dippers, Kitex, so on and so forth. So check that out. That's the Hellfire Finesse head. Right there, got it, right there. So now we're gonna go towards the more bigger swim baits, our bigger ones. The 5-inch. I'm gonna show you guys how I like to rig up the 5-inch. This is our 5-inch, just our regular original swim bait. So this color right here is called Payback Shad, and I'm going to show you all how to rig it, how I like to rig it. Different ways you could rig it. I like the Owner Flashy Swimmer. You could also rig it on an Owner Beast hook if you don't want the blade. I like the blade in some situations I don't, but right now I'm just going to use the Flashy Swimmer. This right here is an 8/0, so I use an 8/0 for the 5-inch baits. I'm going to show you all how I do this. So again, we got a twist lock here, as you can see right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the twist lock in the nose of the bait. So thread it on there, just like that. Now here's where I do it different from other people. Our baits, when they're poured, they're hollow on the inside. So I'm going to take a knife here, a razor knife, razor blade, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to cut a line straight down the belly of the bait. And I'm actually going to enter that cavity that was created when we pour these baits. So I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna now, all you need is a little slit and then just rip it the rest of the way back. So now the inside of the bait is open, just like that. What this is gonna allow you to do is rig your bait extremely straight. So, and I'll show you another reason why we do that here in a second. So now the bait's open. I'm gonna take my hook, run it inside the bait. So inside the swim bait. And now you can actually see exactly where that hook lies. Now, depending on the color, some of them you can't. This one's a little bit more transparent. You can see through it. So I'm gonna rig it straight, bring it right out the back. Just like that. As you can see, straight swim bait, straight on the back. And what I like to do is I'll leave the hook out. I never bury the hook. So if you guys are missing fish out there, that might be part of your reason. If you go, some people like Texas rig it to where it's weedless. I don't do that. It'll go through a ton of grass just like this. Fishing out here in Guntersville, you know, lakes down in Florida, Toho, Kissimmee Chain, this is the way to do it, just like that. So I run it like that. Here's where I do it a little different. I take a toothpick. So So we're gonna take a toothpick here. I keep a box of toothpicks in my boat just for this. So take a toothpick. And what I'll do, now, when you cast this bait over time, this hole is gonna wear out, okay? The hole that you made in your bait's gonna wear out, and your bait's gonna start sliding down the hook, or your bait's gonna actually slide off the hook. So what I'll do is I'll take a toothpick, I'll come here, make sure my bait is perfectly straight. I'll take my toothpick and I'll insert it right here on the side of the swim bait. Okay, so it's gonna look just like that. Okay, now what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take me some pliers and cut the sides off of it. Get real close to the bait, cut the sides off. And you're gonna think, oh, it looks stupid, you got a piece of wood hanging out of it, but it really doesn't matter. Now what that's gonna do is allow the bait not to slide up off the hook. As you can see, I'm pulling on it, it's not coming off. So that's gonna actually allow the bait to stay on there, it's not gonna come off. And then when a fish bites on it, another thing with slitting the belly is it's gonna have so much more bite. Look at that. When it collapses in the actual bait, look at how much hook is there to hook them. So that's a little tip for y'all, little way to rig up this swim bait. Again, this is the 5-inch, and this is on an owner flashy swimmer. There you have it. That's that setup. Now we're gonna go with the more traditional summertime rigging, I guess you could say. I go with the bigger lead head, and this is gonna be, you know, an outside body hook. It's not gonna be weedless, so it's gonna be just a jig head, so it's gonna set up just like that. This again is a screw lock type head, twist lock. Again, that's the best way to go. A lot of people don't like these because they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to thread the bait on there. This is the way to go. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. Same basic setup as we did on the Hellfire Finesse. This here is the recon head. So I'm gonna run it in here on the swim bait and the nose of the bait, just like this. Run it way up the hook. Bring it out the back, straight out the back. That's very important. Now your bait is gonna stop right when it hits that spring, as you can see, right there. So it hits that spring and you're gonna twist it on there. Now this is a bigger bait, a lot of plastic, so just twist it on there. You're gonna have to twist it over the hook. Again, key is making sure that it is straight. Go one more. Make sure it's on there good. There you go. Very straight bait. Very nice and straight. Bait's not gonna slide off there. That's the whole reason we use these screw lock type heads, is so your bait doesn't come off. It will not slide off. You can catch a ton of fish on this bait right here. So that's the ways to rig up our bait. So we get asked, like I said, a lot of questions. All these here we have in store, these heads. We sell the owner flashy swimmers. Again, this is the 5-inch one. This is an 8/0 hook. So 5-inch 8/0 hook, owner flashy swimmer. This here's our recon head for the bigger swim baits. You can also, you know, we got them in tons of different sizes, the recon head. This is a bigger bait. This is a 6-inch. And then here we have the new Scottsboro 3-inch one. So that's it. That's all we got. That's how we rig them up. Like I said, tons of different rigging ways. You can rig them up. Like I said, beast hook, flashy swimmer. You can use our recon head, our Hellfire Finesse head, and that's it. So hopefully I answered y'all's questions today. If you have any comments, you know, comment down below, write to us on social media. Thank you all again for watching the channel here. We're gonna be posting more videos throughout the year. A lot of cool stuff. We'll show you guys some behind the scenes stuff and so on and so forth. So thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.